Imagine a company like GT Co. Yes, the same GT where you put your money. Imagine their shares were selling for around 47 naira as at January 2025. Guess what? By July 2025, their share price was selling for around 100 naira. Imagine, more than double of capital invested. Yes, and that is very, very much possible in Nigerian stock market. What about MTN? The same MTN you used to make calls, buy data, stream videos. MTN shares was going for around 200 naira as at the beginning of this year. By July 2025, the same MTN was selling for around 400 naira. That sounds interesting, right? So are you wondering what it really means to invest in shares? Are you wondering how to go about it? And you're just wondering, oh, where do I start? I mean, I've been hearing of names like Presco, I've been hearing of names like MTN, GT Co, and the likes of them. And you're just wondering, how can I start? Well, trust your girl now. I'm going to be walking you through step by step how you can invest in the Nigerian stock market. I'm going to be showing you how to go from a complete beginner to a confident investor in the Nigerian stock market. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeshola. You can call me Shows. If this is your first time coming to this channel, I want to say a very big welcome. And if you've been following up with this channel, following up with our videos, I want to say a very big thank you. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell. So that you'd always get notified whenever I upload new videos. So you may be wondering what it really means to invest in shares. Well, it's not difficult at all. So imagine companies in Nigeria, yes, the companies that you are very much familiar with. Imagine companies like GT, like Access, like Fidelity Bank, like Presco, like Okomu Oil, like MTN, like Dangote Cement. You must have been hearing of these names. So imagine you owning a piece, like a tiny piece of that particular company. So even if you don't work there and you don't even sit on their board and you don't even sit in any of their meetings, you can still own a piece of that company. So when you buy the shares of these companies, you are putting your money into their business, and in return, you are going to be getting a piece, like a piece of ownership of that company, and then you become a shareholder. And so what that means is that when that company makes profit, it's possible that they distribute a part of their profit to you as a shareholder, and you also get voting rights to vote in their annual general meeting. And most importantly, if the company grows, the value of your shares grows also. So where does all this happen? They all happen in the stock market. The stock market is a regulated place where people buy and sell shares safely and transparently. In Nigeria, all this buying and selling happens on the Nigerian exchange called the Nigerian Exchange Group. Yes, formerly it was called the Nigerian Stock Exchange, but now it is called the Nigerian Exchange Group, NGX. The market is usually open between 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. every Monday to Friday, except if there is a public holiday. So you may be wondering, what is really the big deal about investing in shares? I mean, you've been hearing your parents or families, friends talking about shares and how they've made money from it. And you're just wondering, what is really the big deal about investing in shares? Well, to start with, when you invest in shares, you get the opportunity to own a piece of your favorite brands, even if you don't work there. The second one is that it is very easy to start. Yes, there are shares on the Nigerian exchange that you can get with even less than 100 naira. There are shares that you can get with even less than 5 naira. That is how easy it is to start. I would always advise that you start with something substantial, let's say with a minimum of 5,000 naira. And you are good to go. The third one is the potential for high returns. Yes, when you invest in shares, there are potential that share will increase over time. There are potential that you're going to make very good returns from it. And as these companies are growing, your wealth is growing also. That is also a very good one. Another one is liquidity. So when you buy shares, it is easy for you to sell your shares and get your money back. Unlike when you buy landed properties or real estate, where it takes you a couple of time for you to sell that landed property and get your money back. Another one is that it helps you beat inflation. Yes, we all know that if you had kept that money in the bank, or you had left it under your pillow for the period of 6 months, for instance, by the time you are getting it back, it is even possible that what you could have been able to buy at that time, with that same money, you might not be able to buy that after 6 months. So investing in shares helps you to be able to beat inflation, because your money is not just sitting idle, your money is working for you, and the value of your investment is growing. Another sweet part for me when it comes to investing in shares is the fact that you also make money when those companies make profits in a year, and then they distribute a part of it to you as the shareholder as dividends. So you are just sitting at the comfort of your home and your alert is just sounding, That sounds very interesting. So, what are the things you need to know before you start investing? Yes, before you buy those shares that you want to buy, what are the things you need to know? There are some things you need to understand about the stock market as a whole, and I'm going to be breaking them down for you right now. The first one you need to understand about buying shares is that the prices can either go up or down. In fact, within a trading day, the price can fluctuate, it can go up, it can go down. And so it is always advisable that when you are thinking of buying shares, you think long term. Yes, think about long term, because over time, even if the price of the shares go up and down, over time you are going to make good returns from it. So the second one is that you need to understand that there are two ways you can make money when you invest in shares. The first one is through capital appreciation. So let's say, for instance, you buy the shares of a particular company for, let's say, 10 naira, and the share price appreciates or increases in value to 15 naira. So it means that you have gained 5 naira per share. You have gained the difference between how much the current value of that share is and how much you bought it. So the difference between how much it is now and how much you bought it is what you have gained in capital appreciation, and then you multiply that by the number of units that you own. So let's say you own 10,000 units. It means you have gained 5 naira times 10,000 units, which makes 50,000 naira. So the second one is through dividends. So sometimes when these companies make profits in a year, they distribute a part of that profit to their shareholders as dividends. So some of them pay that once a year, some pay twice. In fact, some others even pay 3 times a year. So another thing you need to understand before you start investing is that in the Nigerian stock market, we have different sectors. So we have the banking sector. This is where you get stocks like Access Bank, GT Bank, Fidelity, and a host of them. You also have the consumer goods sector. This is where you get companies like Nestle, Cadbury, and the likes of them. You also have agricultural sector. This is where you get the likes of Presco, Como. And you also have the oil and gas sector. This is where you have Seplat. This is where you have Aradel. You also have healthcare. You have a host of sectors when it comes to investing in the Nigerian stock market. So you need to have an understanding of these sectors. I always tell people that when you want to invest in shares, it's always very good when you diversify. I mean, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try as much as possible to pick 1, 2, 3 sectors and diversify your portfolio across these sectors. When you diversify your portfolio, it helps you as much as possible to reduce risk, because whatever happens in one sector negatively will not affect the other sectors. So it's always best to try as much as possible to diversify your portfolio properly. Another silent thing you need to understand before you invest in the shares of that company is liquidity. Yes. So is it easy for you to quickly see someone to buy your shares when you are ready and willing to sell it? So how does the stock market work? The stock market works in such a way that you have someone who wants to buy and you have someone who wants to sell. Whenever you want to buy, you need to see someone that is willing to sell. And whenever you want to sell, you need to see someone that is willing to buy. Not all the stocks in the Nigerian stock market is so easy for you to quickly buy and sell. So you need to understand this properly, and that is why you need to be the boss of your own investment. Yes, what do I mean by being the boss of your own investment? Do your research properly. Try as much as possible to understand the shares that you are putting your money into. I mean, it's your money, and so you need to understand what you are putting your money into. So now to the main deal. How do you start investing in stocks in Nigeria? Hold up. Before we proceed, have you been watching this video up to this points and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, oh my God, what are you waiting for now? Please and please and please just click that subscribe button that you see in front of your device and press that notification bell so that you always get notified whenever I upload new videos. And please, if you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, please. Thank you very much. So how do you get started in buying shares in Nigeria? I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to go about doing this. So the first one is that you need to open a stock brokerage account. Yes, you need a licensed stockbroker to help you facilitate the buying and selling of these shares. And in Nigeria, we have several licensed stockbrokers. I have a video on this channel that shows you the list of all the licensed stockbrokers we have in Nigeria. You can check the link on the description, and so you can go through any of them. These days, we have so many stockbrokers that operate online platforms and mobile apps, and so you don't even have to go to their office physically. You can do everything online. There are also apps like Bamboo, Trove, that helps you buy these shares online. Come closer. There are some things you need to look out for when choosing a stockbroker. The first one is that stockbroker license? Yes, are they registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in Nigeria, and are they well recognized by the Nigerian Exchange Group? The second one is that do they have online platforms or apps that they use that can make investing easy for you? Another one is that do they offer advisory services? Yes, advisory services is a major plus for you, especially if you are new to investing. So this has to do with giving you recommendations on the stocks you can buy, keeping you informed about market trends, keeping you informed about performance of these stocks. All these things are a plus for you if you have a stockbroker that offers these advisory services. So as soon as you are sure about the broker you want to use, you need to get some documents ready. Yes, these are called KYC documents. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. I mean, they need to also know you as their customer, right? So they need to get some information from you, especially personal information about you. So the first one you need to get ready is your BVN. Yes, you need to get your bank verification number ready. Then they would also require a functional Nigerian bank account. Yes, this is where your money and your dividends, will be paid into. Another one you need to get ready is your utility bill. Yes, they are going to request for utility bill, most especially because they need to get a proof of address from you. So they are going to ask for utility bill. You can give them your waste disposal bill, you can give them your electricity bill, you can give them your water bill. Whichever one you have will be suitable for them to use. Another one is your passport photograph. Yes, for this one, you don't even have to go to the studio to get a passport photograph. You can take a selfie with your phone, make sure it is bright enough and it has all your facial features, and then you can upload that. Another one is your valid ID. Yes, your valid identification. It can be your NIN, it can be your international passport, it can be your driver's license. Any valid means of identification is sufficient for you to use for your KYC. And then one final one I'm going to mention is your signature. Yes, you need to be able to get your signature. So for this one also, you don't have to stress about it. You can just get a white piece of paper, just sign on it, and then you can upload that. So as soon as you are done with your KYC and you are done with your account opening process, they are going to give you two unique numbers to you. The first one is your CSCS number. CSCS stands for Central Securities Clearing System. And then your CHN number stands for Clearinghouse number. So these numbers are unique IDs that are unique to you as a shareholder. So as soon as you are done with your account opening process and you have been given your CSCS number, your CHN number, this then means that you are now ready and your account is active. Yes, so right now the next step is for you to fund your account. Yes, you can fund your account directly from your bank account into the account number that will be provided for you by your stockbroker. You can start with something with as little as 5,000 naira to start investing in shares. So once your account is funded, the next thing for you to do is to select the stocks you want to buy. So I would always advise that You look for companies that have consistently been making profits, yes, because it is when they make profits that they'll be able to add value to you. And also, you should look for companies that have been paying dividends. I mean, you want to be sure that you are going to be getting dividends whenever you invest in them. As soon as you are sure about the stocks you want to pick and the stocks you want to invest in, the next thing for you to do is to place your order. And if you are someone who feels, okay, I don't want to do it by myself. I don't want to go online by myself and do it by myself. You can always reach out to your stockbroker. You can give them a mandate that buy this unit of shares for me, and then they'll place the order for you and you are good to go. So before I go today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips on how to win when it comes to investing in shares. But before then, have you been watching this video and you found it quite valuable and you are yet to subscribe to my channel? Please and please kindly hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell so that you always get notified anytime I upload new videos. Yes, you're not paying for it, though. Just click on subscribe so that you always get notified anytime I upload new videos. So the first one I'm going to be talking about today is the fact that you need to understand what you are investing in. Understand the company, try to understand, find out what sector that company is, find out what that company does and how they make their profits, just be curious, try to understand where you are putting your money into. The second one is diversify your portfolio. Yes, I always tell people, if you want to win when it comes to investing in shares, you need to be able to try as much as possible to spread your investments across different sectors. Don't just put all your money in just one stock and you want something that will give you good returns. Yes, it might give you good returns. However, to reduce risk, you never can tell what might happen to that sector. You never can tell what policy the government can come up with that, will go against that particular sector. So it's always good that you try to spread your investments. The third one is for you to think long term. Yes, when it comes to investing in shares, right? Like I mentioned, the prices go up, the prices go down. However, when the plan is long term, you discover that over time, you are going to make good returns on your investments. The fourth one is that try as much as possible to reinvest your dividends. Yes, those dividends that come in, don't just see them as, oh, let me just go and blast them, You can just try as much as possible, even if it is not every time. Occasionally, just try as much as possible to reinvest your dividends. This way, you'll be able to, grow your wealth over time. And lastly, try as much as possible to keep your eyes on the news. Yes, try as much as possible to be informed. Get informed about what is happening, especially in the sector where your stocks or where your investments are. And this way, you'll be able to make better and informed decisions. And that brings us to the end of this video. I want to say a very big thank you if you have watched this video to the end. And if you have found this video valuable, please and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell, so that you always get notified anytime I upload new videos. And please don't forget to click on that like button as well if you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching and catch up with you next time.